We're headed into the second week of wildfires out in California. These wildfires are the worst in California history. And Vice President Harris and I are about to meet with Secretary Mayorkas, who is here, FEMA Administrator, FEMA Regional Administrator, and the Chief of the U.S. Forest Service. And first, I want to share an update on where things stand now, as we know. One, over the past few weeks, state and local and federal firefighters are able to prevent the largest fires from moving into new areas. In other words, they're able to contain the fires. 14% containment in the Pacific Palisades that's how much has been contained. 33% in the fire in Pasadena, 95% in Sylmar, and the fire in Ventura has been 100% contained. And that's progress. That said, it was a heartbreaking weekend for a lot of people in Los Angeles. Ash was raining down like snow. Homes burned to the ground. Thousands of those homes are gone. And we learned we lost more of our fellow Americans. So let's say again to the people of Los Angeles, we're with you. We're with you. And, although the federal government is going to cover 100% of the cost for the next 180 days for things like firefighter overtime pay, debris removal, temporary shelters, it's going to cost tens of billions of dollars to get Los Angeles back to where it was. So we're going to need Congress to step up to provide funding to get this done. And we're going to get that done, God willing. Over the next few days, we're expecting strong wind gusts that could move, more fires, more fuel for fires. And I'm continuing to direct the federal government to do everything possibly can to help California. I've sent equipment to Los Angeles, including helicopters, tanker planes, and fire engines. And our allies from Canada and Mexico have sent 130 firefighters and emergency responders, as the team knows. I've asked Bob Fenton of FEMA to help Hawaii after the Maui fires, to take the lead in coordinating the federal support and debris recovery and removal in Los Angeles. And the first step of that is coordinating between FEMA, EPA, and the Army Corps of Engineers to remove the hazardous debris before you can get in and remove it all. And that hazardous debris includes things like propane tanks, electric vehicles, battery walls. Then the monumental task of removing the rest of that debris can begin, but it's a monumental task. And I've activated 500 Marines from the base in Pendleton to stand by to help in search and rescue, airlift support, and food and water distribution. And I want to be clear, we're not waiting until those fires are over to start helping the victims. We're getting them help right now, as you all know. People impacted by these fires are going to receive one-time payment of $770, one-time payment, so they can quickly purchase things like water, baby formula, and prescriptions. So far, nearly 6,000 survivors have registered to do just that, and $5.1 million has gone out. And I encourage everyone who has been impacted to get assistance. Go to disasterassistance.gov or call 1-800-621-3362. Let me repeat that number. 1-800-621-3362. Before I turn this over to Vice President Harris, let me say again to all the incredible firefighters and first responders, thank you, thank you, thank you. Los Angeles is a city of angels, and you're now the angels, all of you. You're the angels literally saving people's lives, and we owe you. We owe your families who are also in harm's way, and you're still going out and doing your job. So the people of Los Angeles, thank you for sticking together, for helping one another through an unimaginable loss, and I want you to know, and I mean this, I want you to know we have no higher priority than the safety of you folks in Los Angeles. We're going to keep doing everything possible to help you get through this. And Vice President Harris, I now turn it over to you.
Thank you, Mr. President. So what is happening in Los Angeles is truly heartbreaking, and there's an extraordinary amount of trauma. that so many people are experiencing through loss of life, loss of their homes, loss of normalcy. And what I would ask is that on this day 7 of the fires, in the midst of the extraordinary exhaustion that everyone is feeling on so many levels, that we stay vigilant. The next 48 hours, as we will hear, are very critical. The winds are going to pick up with wind gusts that may reach as much as 70 miles per hour. And so this is the time that everyone must be vigilant, follow whatever orders you are receiving from your local authorities. If you are in any area where you may be called to evacuate, collect your belongings that you would want to take in the tragic event that you have to evacuate, and please be ready and prepared in that event. Lots of people who still have a home, who are under evacuation order, I know you want to get back home, but this is the time to be patient. There is still so much work that firefighters, police officers, FEMA, and others are doing that is about search and rescue. The work that still needs to be done to ensure the safety around utility lines. This work is still very much in progress, and so it's critically important that, to the extent you can find anything that gives you an ability to be patient in this extremely dangerous and unprecedented crisis, that you do. But I'd echo what the President said. We have seen acts of courage, heroism, building of community, people looking out for strangers, and we applaud and are in awe of the generosity of spirit that we are seeing throughout the region. And so let us just always again thank our firefighters, our police officers, our first responders for what they are doing to personally sacrifice so much for the sake of others. Thank you.